Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Hello viewers, a very warm welcome to our channel The Punjab Talks. This is me Fateh Singh. Today, sitting right next to the most interesting personality of the Sikh Panth, Sardar Amarjit Singh Ji, or should I better say the Turban Traveller. The Turban Traveller, why is he named so? Let us ask from him himself. A very warm welcome to our channel. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
I'm extremely glad to have words with you today. How are you feeling?
I'm pretty good, and thanks for inviting me on your channel.
So as I have started the conversation by questioning you that why are you known as the Turban Traveller? I know I want you to tell everyone.
Turban Traveller name was given to me by one of the newspaper editor. He met me in Netherlands, and he interviewed me, and next morning when we woke up, we were staying in the city, and the front page of the newspaper, the headline was, "The Turban Traveller is in town."
Wow.
So this name was given to me by media like you people, and from that on, this name was very catchy, so I just kept on, continuing it.
So you yourself do not need any introduction. Still, I would still like to give a little bit of introduction about you to the audience. You are a turban traveler who has traveled more than, I guess, 50 countries across the world, have visited more than, I guess, all of the Gurdwara Sahib around the world, and you have a very special thing that I personally love the most, that you have traveled from Delhi to London.
Yeah.
Through car. You have driven car by yourself and you have traveled from Delhi to London. That's the most interesting thing that I have found out, and I want to ask you that what has inspired you to do so?
When I was young, like everybody has got some ambitions, some dreams, some passions, so I also had one, and that was traveling. I was inspired by one of my friends, foreign friends. They were foreigner, came from Netherlands. And they were backpackers, so their journey inspired me. This was way back in 1979. And then they left. After that, me and one of my friend, they were a common friend of both of us, Mr. Kamal Jain. Unfortunately, he's no more now. And we discussed and decided to travel, by the whole over the world, all over the world on motorbike. Wow. But that time, our parents didn't allow us to do that. And somewhere in my heart, that passion remained for so many years or so many decades. And finally, when I was 58 years old, then that time I took a retirement for my business, and I decided to travel all around the world on my car. So that passion was in me for 40 years. And finally, I decided to travel, and I did Delhi to London by roads, about 40,000 kilometers, 33 countries one way. And out of 40,000 kilometers, I drove about 35,000 kilometers by myself.
Wow, absolutely amazing. And I have mentioned some of the things that you do, that some of those amazing things. I am pretty sure that I have surely missed some of the things that you are doing, and I want you to add some of those things which I am sure that I have missed while giving introduction of you.
My introduction is pretty simple. I am just a common man like you guys, and everybody has a passion, so I also had a passion, and my passion was traveling all around the world on my own vehicle. And I did it. But once I finished my journey, when I reached to London, and then I thought, now what next? Because that journey was completed. Then I thought that this is not the end. This is the beginning of my life. And when I came back, that time, 550th anniversary of Sahib Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji was going to be. And I got a purpose, because Guru Nanak Dev Ji traveled for 28 long years.
Absolutely.
And when I studied his history and his journey, and I found he traveled in India in 27 states. And then I decided, and that time in India had 29 states altogether. So that time I decided to travel all over India and to give a tribute to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and wherever he has been, all those places, to go and check the Gurdwara Sahib Ji and do the darshan. And PTC channel supported me for that, and they released my journey on the TV. And then it kept on going and going and going. So at that time, we did 40,000 kilometers, me and my wife. And we traveled to all those Gurdwara Sahib within India, outside the India, including Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and Sri Lanka. And the journey, beyond Pakistan, we couldn't do because we didn't have a visa at that time. So now I'm going to do that journey again from Pakistan, all leftover Gurdwaras of Pakistan, then Iran, Iraq, Baghdad, all those places. So that was one Guru. And next year, fortunately, the 400th birth anniversary of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji was there. So I did his journey also. That was about 29,000 kilometers. And me and my wife again. And I finished that. Then I did the journey of Sahib Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, and which is I'm still continuing. I did the half of the journey from his birthplace, Patna Sahib, to Anandpur Sahib, and now I'll be starting the second half of his journey from Anandpur Sahib to Nanded Sahib. So, and then I have something in my heart that I should do all 10 Gurus' journey, and so that would be a kind of reference for all of viewers or researchers, that where our Gurus, they were born and they raised, and what was their history. So that would be on one platform. We also have our own app also, so one can watch there as well. So this is what I'm doing, and this is my passion. Beyond that, I feel the whole world has got 197 countries, I believe. And out of 197 countries, I did about 87 countries so far, and I drove about 225,000 kilometers this car of mine by myself. And I wanted to do all 197 countries, and they are about 500,000 kilometers altogether. So that's my next agenda, which I'm keeping it up.
So you haven't stopped yet, you still have a long way to go?
No, I think one should not stop. One should keep on continuing and going on and going on. So hopefully by March next year, I'll be starting my next international journey and finish up Guru Sahib's journey by that time. So I'm hopeful.
So basically we can say our Gurus did inspire you to travel across the world.
Yes, very much. Because we have a great history. And all our Guru Sahibs, they have a great history. And then our history is not told the way it should be. So, and all those Gurdwara Sahib, when I visited to all those Gurdwara Sahib, I realized it is not possible for a common man to visit all those places. So inside my heart, somehow I feel very satisfied and very happy that I did that journey, and that was telecasted, and that's on my YouTube and my social media platforms. And people who cannot travel for various reasons, so they can watch and do the darshans of all those Gurdwara Sahib and take the advantage. So I feel really good about that.
Basically, you're doing a huge seva as well for the Panth.
I don't know, but yes, this is a small contribution from my side, and Guru Sahib is taking seva from me, so I believe in that.
You yourself has just admitted that it's not possible for everyone to travel across the globe and do the darshan. It is quite difficult. We all are pretty much aware about the fact that it is difficult. How do you overcome these difficulties, or what are those difficulties that you have come across till now?
I do not know, because once I watch my own episodes, I myself feels very surprised, because some of those places were really very, very tough, and as far as the driving is concerned, or climbing the hills and going to the Gurdwara Sahib, or there's some places are absolutely remote areas, you do not know where it is, and but there was some divine energy which was holding my hands and taking me all the way to those places. So I strongly believe in that. So this is not what I did, this is what he wanted me to do.
So basically we can say love is the driving factor.
You can say that.
Your love towards the gurus.
I'm very much attached to gurus, and especially very close to Guru Nanak Dev Ji and our 10th gurus, Sahib Shri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji. And all 10 gurus have a great history, but Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, their history, and they really inspired me. They really inspired me. I'm very much motivated when I read about them, and when I visit to those places and I witness all, the history. This thing has happened there, and to watch that or to just imagine that gives me immense pleasure and great satisfaction.
Well, talking about being Sikh, we have a different identity. People can easily identify as being a Sikh, someone from Punjab, or having some relation from Punjab. What do you feel like? What is the perspective or the way of thinking about Sikhs? You have traveled across the world. How do they behave towards you as a Sikh?
I have heard that when I started my journey, especially international journey, and then people used to tell me, well, you are going to those weird places, these weird countries, and some of the places they will treat that you are not a Sikh, you are Muslim and terrorist and all those things. But I did not feel anything in any country. Rather, my turban was, a plus point for me.
Really?
And this is our crown, this is our Taj. Indeed. And when I'm standing, in the millions of people, and fortunately I'm a little taller as well, so people used to see me from distance. That there's one guy wearing a turban. Sometimes they call it a hat, with a colorful clothes and a car full of signatures and flags. So they get excited, and they used to come to me, and then I have no. It was a advantage for me not to introduce myself to them. Rather, they used to come to me and they ask me, "Oh, who are you, and from where you have come, and why you have come?" So, and when they used to know about me, about my my religion, and I used to tell them that I'm a Sikh, came from India, and all those things. So they used to get very inspired, and nowhere nobody discriminated me, or no place I had a feeling that my turban is creating a hindrance. Not at all. So I just wanted to tell my youth, my children, all those people who are listening to me, that don't get scared about your turban when you travel abroad, that people will discriminate you. Only thing is, when something happens, you have to tell them politely and explain them who we are and what we do.
Well, talking about your car, it really pretty much fascinates me because it's quite interesting, filled with signature, autographs and flags. And what has inspired you to give such a look to your car?
No, it happened very organically. Nothing was planned.
It was not planned?
No. When I was leaving, I still remember when I left, I started my journey from Gurdwara Rakabganj Sahib in Delhi. And my father and all those Gurdwara's people and Pradhanji and everybody was there. I don't know what happened suddenly. I told my father that you have to give some blessings of yours and please write on my car. So he was the one who started writing on my car the first time. And he gave me blessings. He wrote some comment on my car's hood. And after that, it just started, and people keep on going on and on and on. And now it's more than 1,000 signatures on my car all over the world.
How do you feel like traveling across the world in such a bizarre kind of a vehicle?
Well, I feel great proud, and especially people know my car more than me. Whenever I go anywhere in India or abroad, and people, and especially in India, people look, because I think more than 15 or 20 videos of mine got viral, and they charge about 10 million, 15 million views. So in India, and my major viewership is in India. So wherever I go, and people look and, oh, this is the car. Even last night I was in some marriage function, and when I stopped my car, the guard, he came me, he said, I just watched your episode this morning, and I was thinking, and then here you are, and I'm so privileged to meet you. So, and then he took photograph with me, and so this car has become a brand, basically. I can say that. And this is all just Guru Sahib's blessing, and I feel very humble.
Well, talking about your video got viral. It's not just one video got viral. I've seen you're so much famous over the social media as well. And rather than asking how old are you, I would like to ask you how young are you?
I'm 63 years young now, and whatever this fame and name I'm just getting, this is not mine. This is all his blessings, all Guru Sahib's blessings. Nobody knew me a couple of years ago. So whatever I did is small or little or more, whatever. This is just because of his blessings, whatever I am right now.
So how did it all start? You came from where and out of where? What happened to you to become a turban traveler from Amarjit Singh ji?
I think this is nothing was planned. I planned my journey because Delhi to London, that was my passion. And that was my dream, dream, 43 years old dream. Mm-hmm. So when I did that journey and I started my spiritual journeys, mm-hmm. so if I correct it, and then the real fame or recognition, whatever I have got it, that is because of Guru Sahib's journey, whatever those spiritual journeys I have done. So people know me, and because of that.
So were you born in Delhi or you migrated from somewhere else?
No, I was born in Kanpur, UP, and in late 70s, mid 70s, mm-hmm. I migrated from Delhi from Kanpur, and finished my education here. And then I started doing business with my parents. And whole of the life I was doing this business and running around about the money and all. And one day I realized that I want to just retire. Mm-hmm. So I gave all my business to my son, mm-hmm. and he's taking care of the business, and I'm retired mm-hmm. From active business life. Mm-hmm. And now this is what I'm doing, chasing my dreams, doing spiritual journeys, traveling all around the world.
Wow.
So
usually when it comes about chasing dreams, we always think of a young guy chasing dream, and this is absolutely amazing, someone with a white beard and talking about chasing dreams. And you talk about it started in Kanpur, Hana. You came over here, you started doing business. Well, obviously we missed some of those occupations. You're a businessman, I guess. You're a producer and a filmmaker as well.
Yeah, I did multiple things in my life. Mm-hmm. After my schooling, and then I started business. We are basically belongs to garment manufacturing background. So my mom, she started the business. Mm-hmm. She's 84 years old now. Wow. And last 2 years ago, she shut down her factory, mm-hmm. which she started. So she started, then I joined, my brother joined, my sisters joined, then my son joined. So everybody was continuing that business. So basically we are from the garment background. And still my son, he's running 5 factories here in Noida. And it's a pretty decent size of business. More than 1,000 people are working in our factory. Mm-hmm. And after that, when I got retirement, I created a studio and I made about 87 short films. Mm-hmm. And after that,
so are you are an actor as well? I've seen many of your short videos in which
I did acting in a couple of my short films.
You're an amazing actor.
I don't know. And I did some commercials also. Paytm, the ad I have done. I did the Paytm ad, and so many other ads as well. And now I'm in process of making a web series. Mm-hmm. So let's see. That's on an international road trip. So hopefully we will be starting it in March 23rd.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna blow everyone's mind. And talking about traveling back again, I have these questions, like we all, being a young guy, I also have dreams of chasing, like I want to go this place and that place. But then there comes the shortcomings of traveling, health issues, and the biggest of all, family. Family most of the time becomes a little bit obstacle, and whenever we think of traveling somewhere. Was it the same with you? How about your family? What is their view of you traveling across the world?
So it depends, person to person and age to age. Mm-hmm. Especially in your age, if my son would like to travel, then I would be definitely concerned mm-hmm. that he's traveling, and especially when he's traveling on motorbike. Mm-hmm. That's the genuine concern of the parents when you are young and traveling alone, or maybe with your friends and going on such a long journey. So that concern is obvious and natural. And the same way, if a person in my age, if I am traveling, so the concern belongs to my kids, because they are concerned about me and my health, that I am going on such a huge trip, and how I will manage all those things about my health and about my food and all. So that's obvious. But with me, once I did one journey, after that nobody is caring for me, that nobody is bothered at all that if I'm fine or if I'm not fine. They said he is going to manage it, so he can do it.
So when did you first started all officially?
एक पर इसको कट कर देना, अच्छा नहीं उसको मत ही करना, यहाँ से इसको बीच में एडिट कर देना, सॉरी.
So when did it all started officially? When did you decide that I'm gonna travel now, and when did your family come to know you're gonna travel more?
It was 2018. I decided that I will start chasing my dream. And one thing I should tell you, that chasing dreams has no age. You can be a 10 years old guy, or you can be a 90 years old man. You can chase your dreams in any age.
And for you, what does it take to chase your dreams?
Only one thing is madness.
Wow.
It's madness. If you are absolutely mad about your passion, you can do it.
And lovers are mad. It should be your love towards your dream.
Yeah, you see, it's not only about the traveling. Whatever you want to do, if you like something and you want to do that, you can achieve it. If you do not, I have seen so many youngsters, they are young guys and they are doing something, but they don't want to do that. They want to do something else and they are doing something else. So that's not going to give you satisfaction. You should only do those things which you really like it, and then you see the results. And similarly, about your dreams, if you have a dream, and if you are passionate, and if you are just mad about it, then only you can achieve. Because most of the time, we leave mid of the way. So then they don't work. You have to continuously chase your dreams and say, my father asked me when I started the journey, he said, you have so many health issues, so do you think that you can do it? I said, Dad, I don't know whether I can do it or not, but one thing I know, that I want to do this and I have to do it. So, and I did it. I never stopped. So anybody can do anything if you are mad to do that.
So your son, talking about your son, do they have same crazy and madness for traveling?
Unfortunately not that much, but my grandson, my younger one, he said, I am the next urban traveler. I am the junior urban traveler. So he is fond of it.
So I want to ask you, you have traveled so many countries, so many places, met so many people. What is the most common thing that you have find everywhere? Like, this is the common thing everywhere I've seen.
People, they are very nice.
Everyone
all over the world. Believe me, there is only 1% people would be bad. 99% people in this whole world are so beautiful. They are very kind-hearted. They are very nice. We sitting here and listening to the news and all, and something goes wrong, so we label one particular person or one particular religion or one particular country without knowing the facts. I travel to Pakistan, I travel to Middle East, I travel to Central Asia, all those places. And people are really very kind. They do not know who Amarjit Singh is, what's my background. They took me home, they gave me food, they gave me shelter, and I stayed with them for even a week. One place I stayed with them for more than 8 days, and they don't know who am I, but they really helped me. They're kind people. So all over the world, people are very nice. Believe me.
So we have seen that in order to get the Sikh religion flourish, there have been various organizations from the Panth as well that work for the welfare of the Sikh community to do prachar. Do you not feel like you having a turban traveling across the places is kind of a portable prachar? Wherever you go, you do a prachar of yourself without doing anything intentionally.
I think prachar is this is happening by default. I am a Sikh, that is true. Whenever I go, people they see me, they see, wow. If they do not know about my religion, so I explain them. You can do prachar of your religion with one way. If you follow the teachings of Guru Sahib, what he taught to us, and practice that, and when you practice it in your real life, that is going to make an impact on people's life.
You yourself becomes a prachar.
Yes, then prachar, there's no need of prachar. If I am a Sikh and if I go abroad and I met people and doing good things, and they'll say, well, who's this man? He's very kind, or he's very nice, or he's doing good things. So ultimately, this is who we are. This is what our Guru taught us. To be kind to the people, feel everybody is same, give respect to the women. So we should do all those things, and then prachar will become automatically. We don't have to put the banners and prachars and all to every place.
So talking about traveling places, I want to ask you, did you have any beautiful incident which you want to, like you can never imagine this incident that happened to me while traveling?
Yeah, the two things I always, share with all of my in all of my interviews. One, I met a small little guy. That was I think, in Denmark. I was on the gas station and filling the gas in my car. Gas means petrol. Foreign countries, everybody knows. In India, people call it diesel or petrol. Abroad, they call it a gas. So then one lady, he came to me and he said, he had a little son, 5 years old, and he said that my son wants to sit in your car. I said, of course he can. And my car is, the steering is on the right side. And foreign countries, the steering has got on the left side. So that small little guy, he was looking at the steering on the left side, and he couldn't find the steering. So he was just running around my car, and then finally I said, come sit here. So he saw the steering, he was very happy, he was clapping. Then he sat in my car. Then he signed on my car. His name was Noah. So with little fingers, he wrote Noah, his name, Noah. And her mother wrote underneath, drive safe, something like that. And suddenly he went somewhere. Then I said, where is, ask her mom, where is Noah? So he said he might have gone inside. Then she told me a story about her son. Her son was a special child. And she said that she has never seen her son so happy in past couple of months. And I was absolutely in my tears, and I said, my purpose of my journey is done here. If my car or my turban or my clothes or anything can bring a happiness on this small little child, then I'm done. So that really touched me. And second incident, I was in Italy, and I stayed with some, there was an Airbnb apartment. And the lady who owns that apartment, she belongs to a hospitality industry, and that her house was on a very beautiful location on the top of the hill, and that was a silk route, what we used to call. And there was a 400 years old church was there, and we stayed. We just booked for one night. And when she met, and then she said, why don't you stay here for a couple of days more? I said, we have to go and fix our car. Actually, my car had some problem. The engine belt was supposed to change after 150,000 kilometers, which we didn't realize. And in Europe, there was no car by the name of Fortuner. And the similar car was Hilux, or Helix, what you call it. And then I called that engine belt from India. So she said, okay, don't worry, just give me what's the issue. So I just gave her the details and all. And then she was on the computer, and she said, after half an hour, she said, oh, okay, Majid, do one thing. Tomorrow morning, go to this place and you get your belt.